Hey, fellow Internetians. Hey there, Internet people. We've decided to take some of our awkward and replace it with tech-savvy, fancy, jingly stuff. Episode 2 of Enldswvb. My name is still Tony, and as you know, that's Luther. So as you can see, there's been a death in the family. Some of my face pelt has been forcibly shorn off to support one of my brothers, a show of solidarity, who lost his beard in a battle with his wife over their future together and the possibility of hugs and kisses. So, Chris, this is for you.
The only truck on the market with chest hair upholstery and a beard in the glove box, just in case you lose yours.
So I'm happy to report the Greek's been going really well. We've all been moving along in class. Just finished up Chapter 7, and this coming Monday, which will be the 24th, is going to be our first test. So test number 1 is going to be a cumulative review of Chapters 1 through 7. So far we've done O-declension and A-declension verbs, quite a few different forms of nouns. We've gone over the article, for which I have a horrible mnemonic that I am not going to put online. It helps me remember, but it's definitely not for public consumption.
Quiet! Silence!
Yeah, I think.
Today we're going to have a little Greek lesson, first of hopefully many, and what we're going to discuss today is the verb pempo, which is the first person singular of to send, like I send. Pempo has had a long and storied history in our class. We put together a mnemonic to remember it, as in, I send my sister to your father, because it sounds a little bit like pimpo. Pempo, spelled P, epsilon, mu, P, omega, is to send. Pempo is a standard present, indicative, active verb. The standard form for pempo goes as follows. Pempo, I send. Pempes, you send. Pempe, or he sends. The plural side, first person singular would be pempomen, we send. Pempete, y'all send. This is the accepted form in our Greek class for second person plural. Pempousi, they send. So now we're going to go ahead and get into a sentence. So this sentence says, Pempe ha uios tu anthropu ta dikaion kai agathon teknon ex oikou eis ten ecclesian. There are many things to learn from this sentence. For example, ha, ta, or tau, ta, and ten. These are all the word the. In Greek, the article, the definite article, has to agree with the noun that it's describing. It's almost used as an adjective. For example, weos is son. If you just see the word weos, then it's saying a son. Could be any son. We don't know which son. But when you add the descriptive ha to weos, you know you're talking about the son. It's a specific son, which you've either discussed before or that you've described. Ha weos, the son. To anthropu is the Son of Man. This is describing Jesus, the Son of Man. Pempe, this means that he sends. Pempe is the third person singular version of our old favorite guy, Pempo, which third person singular is conjugated Pempe. So this means he sends. The Son of Man, he sends the, and this word is kai, which means and. So we know these two that have the on ending are adjectives that describe teknon, which means child. Not the same as son. This is child. I believe child is gender neutral. These two words, dikaion, which is just or righteous, and agathon, which means good. The Son of Man, he sends the child who is just and good. So the good and just child. This is a preposition, ex, which is normally written ek, which means out of, but because it is preceding a vowel or diphthong, it's essentially adding an S. This sound, it's like a letter X. See, X. So this is X, oiku. That way it's not ekoiku, which just doesn't roll off the tongue. Ex oiku eisten ecclesian. He sends him out of oiku, which is a house. Oikos is house. The ending ou tells you that this is out of a house. This is an indirect object. Sends the child out of a house. Out of what? A house. And into the. Now this is out of a house because there is no definite article before oiku. And into the ecclesian, which would be the gathering or the church. The Son of Man sends the just and good child out of a house into the ecclesian, or the group, the gathering, the church. One of the more interesting parts of the formation process is all of the psychological testing that they do with us. We had our first personality exam in class the other day, and it was one of those. Now, any kind of personality exam can be hard for me because I can be 100% this way and 100% this way and absolutely mean both of them. And this test was 180 questions, true and false. Do you do this? Do you not do this? And so many of those questions were, I do this sometimes, and then sometimes I don't feel right about doing that. Or there are situations where this wouldn't really fit.
Have you ever tried sugar or PCP?
We're supposed to get our review sheets from these, not this coming week, I don't think, but the week thereafter. I think they said 6 days to send them into the company to get them reviewed. And then we sit down with, we actually have a campus chaplain, which is really nice because everybody here, at least professor-wise, is a pastor. But it's really hard for seminarians to feel comfortable with going to any of them for absolution or just to chat, because students tend to fear that that may have to do with the calling process. It's nice to know that we have a chaplain on campus that we can talk to about anything, who has the same rights of confidentiality that any other chaplain would. So we've had a talk with him, and we've had a talk with the psych eval guy here on campus. I hope to have the results for this test back by the end of this coming week, and if they're not too embarrassing to me, I'll probably post something about those in Enldswvb number 3, so that those of you who know me can either yay or nay what it is that the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod believes me to be. God knows I'm interested to find out, because who knows?
This is the delightful gooey butter cake, what I purchased this morning at Caldy's Coffee. It's called a gooey butter cake because, well, it's gooey and it's made with butter. Gooey butter cake.
Well, thanks for stopping in again. I hope this one was a little bit more watchable than the first one. I tried to add bells and whistles to cover up for the iniquities in my editing skills, but tune in next time. There was a lot of footage I couldn't fit in within the YouTube 15-minute time limit, such as my review of Caldy's Coffee Breakfast Burrito. That'll be in the next episode. An actual tour of the dorm, which I won't be in for too much longer if I have any kind of luck on my side. And a quick run through of the field house down on the other side of campus, the basketball gym, the weightlifting room, and the punching bag room. So tune in next time for more scintillating information about the Concordia Seminary here in St. Louis. I'm Tony, that's Luther, somewhere back there, and we'll see you next time.